Dean of Global Studies, but I'll take it. On behalf of, first of all, welcome to the beautiful Oxnard College Performing Arts Auditorium. Bienvenidos a nuestro propio Palacio de Bellas Artes aquí in Oxnard College. On behalf of, I'd like to thank the people who helped make these events possible, starting with our Board of Trustees. I see Mr. Arturo Hernandez just walked in. Vice Chancellor Dr. Rick Post is here with his lovely wife. Representing the Oxnard College Administration, none other than Oscar Cobian. And if any students are out there interested in performing arts, we have the Department Chair of the Visual Performing Arts here with us, Dr. Amy Edwards. So, of course, our host for this evening is Mr. Rick O'Hare. Rick is, of course, a well-known director, producer, comedian, actor, and author of his book entitled Almost White. Most people don't know this also, but earlier in his career, Rick authored un diccionario bilingüe, it's a bilingual English to Chicano-Spanish dictionary. And I came across it this afternoon in the Oxnard College Library reference section. And I was flipping through it, I came across the English word foreplay. And Rick's definition, according to him in Chicano Español, is orale. So, without further ado, please welcome our host for this evening, Mr. Rick O'Hara.
Wow, we are back with another Latino thought makers here at Oxnard College. It's a great pleasure to be here tonight. Your community has been very special to me. Every time I come here from LA, when I drive by those farms and I see the strawberries out there, if you could just actually reach out and touch them. I'm so tempted to steal them, but I know that's wrong. You can't go out and taste here, that's wrong. But what this is our forum, our chance to see us and talk to us, and really what I really believe that Latinos are always the solution, we are never the problem. And it's so important that now more than ever to tell good stories about our people and really go out here and laugh. Tonight we have the CBS Diversity Sketch Comedy Showcase, which I've been doing for nearly 12 years. You know, that show, 65 series regulars have gone on to Saturday Night Live, Mad TV. Kate McKenna, who just got the Emmy for Saturday Night Live, came from the program. Randall Park, who's on Fresh Off the Boat, came from the program. And so many more others. What this is about, the program is about creating opportunity. What I love about Oxnard College is they create opportunity here in a community that's nearly 70% Latino. You can applaud that. Although I must say we are a very fertile people, so not that difficult for any of us. Just one good quinceañera and bam, we just populated. Sometimes we quince, which is a concern to me. But the point is this. Tonight's about comedy. So tonight is about laughter, and it's about the work we do, and the show you're about to see with the CBS Diversity Sketch Comedy Showcase is a little bit on the adult side, I must warn you. So if you're Amish or you're maybe 5 years old, this may be shocking to you. But I think you'll like what it does. And so I always tell people to take off the politically correct hats and just be prepared to laugh. But another part about this is about sketch comedy, which has been so much part of our world. And to honor sketch comedy, we always bring a lot of great talent to Oxnard. And a gentleman that I've seen for years, one of the best cast members on Saturday Night Live, a guy that I admire not only as a Latino to see what he's done to pave the way for all of us, but his work is exemplary. It's brilliant. Take a look at this clip.
For a session with Dane producing
All right, guys, I think we're ready to lay this first track down. By the way, my name is Bruce Dickinson. Yes, the Bruce Dickinson. And I gotta tell you, fellas, you have got what appears to be a dynamite sound.
Coming from you, Bruce, that means a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you're Bruce Dickinson.
This is incredible.
I can't believe that Bruce Dickinson digs our sound.
Easy, guys. I put my pants on. just like the rest of you, one leg at a time. Except once my pants are on, I make gold records. All right, here we go. Don't fear the reaper. Take one, roll.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bruce, could you come in here for a second, please?
That was going to be a great track. Guys, what's the deal?
Are you sure that was sounding okay?
I'll be honest, fellas, it was sounding great, but I could have used a little more cowbell. So, let's take it again. And Gene,
Yeah.
really explore the studio space this time.
You got it, Bruce.
I mean, really,
Yeah.
explore the space. I like what I'm hearing. Roll it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We just wasted 2 good tracks. This last one was even better than the first.
Well, it's just that I find Gene's cowbell playing distracting. I don't know. If I'm the only one, I'll shut up. No, it's pretty rough.
You know, I can pull it back a little if you like.
Not too much, though. I'm telling you, fellas. You're gonna want that cowbell on the track.
You know what? It's fine. Let's just do the thing.
Okay, roll it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It doesn't work for me. I gotta have more cowbell.
Don't blow this for us, Gene! Could be so selfish, Gene.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah, baby, just say it.
I'm standing here staring at rock legend Bruce Dickinson.
The cock and walk, baby.
And if Bruce Dickinson wants more cowbell, we should probably give him more cowbell.
Say it, baby.
And Bobby, you are right. I am being selfish. But the last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot.
So, one of my favorite people, an incredible artist, I'll call him a friend because I've got to know him over a period of time. And, ladies and gentlemen, Horatio Sands.
I like that Mike guy that came out.
Yeah, he's very good. That's Fernando.
Yeah,
He's a great guy. You know,
if you say so.
I say so. I say so. Really is a good guy. Now we're going to talk about sketch, which is something I'd say you're an expert on.
Wait, can you guys hear us?
Can you hear me?
Let's fix that. then.
Cowbell.
You want to hear him? You want to hear him? Oh, my mic pack is off? Okay. All right. In this case, our technical advances haven't caught up. All right. Is your mic back on? Check your...
Hello, testing, testing.
Testing.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Is it
I don't
on?
think it's on.
No? Okay, how's that?
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Hi everybody. I've been saying funny things the last 4 minutes.
Yeah. No, what you guys missed was pretty funny. So I wanted to tell you that. This is live. And what's great about this is our conversation. How's that? Does that sound better?
Your mic's inside. So it's like trying to take your heart and hear it. I don't know, it sounds a little fast.
Yeah, it sounds a little fast. Okay, how's that? Is that better?
Yeah, that was perfect.
Okay, so you get to see the backstage stuff that we love to show you. So,
Thank you for having us, Ox Nerd.
yeah. So, what was your experience? You started off, how did you start?
I started off doing sketches for my parents. I was
Your parents are from where?
from Chile.
Chile.
And so I would
Anyone from Chile?
you know a bit, right?
3 people from Chile?
It looks like a big piece of gum stretched out and stuck to the side of South America. That's why I like to describe it.
Great seafood.
That's why, yeah. Yeah, great Chilean sea bass.
Isn't it endangered right now?
We don't like to talk about that in my country.
It is
Yeah.
the national fish.
It is, yeah.
But it's endangered. So you start off doing it for your parents in New York?
Oh, and then I started taking classes at improv, well, it was called Improv Olympic. And then I went to Second City. And so I was there for a couple of years and then Saturday Night Live.
When you had the audition for Saturday Night Live, what was the feeling behind that? I mean, that's a pretty intensive audition.
I missed the auditions 2 years earlier because I was out of town touring. So I missed these auditions, like what I've been waiting my whole life for. So I was always like, oh damn, if I only would have had a chance to audition.
Yeah.
So luckily, 2 years later they came again. And by then I'd already had all this other experience, so I was much better prepared for it. And my musical director at the time is Jeff Richmond, who is Tina Fey's husband. And we were all friends at the time. So, you know, they told me auditions are coming up, we're gonna set the producer, hopefully they'll invite you to audition. And they came and I had like 3 months to prepare. So they came and saw a show in Chicago and then said, we're gonna probably audition you in August. So I had a bunch of time to prepare, so that was also very fortunate.
Was, you know, you're on a stage at SNL, audition there, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, right in home base where you see the monologues.
Yeah.
And they do that on purpose to make you scared.
And do you think so?
No, I've been told that, yeah.
Really?
Well, to put the pressure on you.
Yeah.
Because not that, you know, there's no way to compare how you're going to be on live television, but if you kind of get through this kind of thing without it affecting you too much, then, you know, it kind of indicates that you'll be okay performing.
Now, you were the first Latino to be on Saturday Night Live. You were the first Latino to be on Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
It was groundbreaking. I mean, groundbreaking. What were your first?
You know what, it didn't seem like it. It seemed at the time like I kind of was aware of it because I would always use that as something I could say, hey, you guys don't have a Latino, but I wasn't really aware that they hadn't had, you know, in all those years. And yeah, they didn't have a Latino woman until just recently. And that was mostly because people were complaining about it on the internet.
And she actually came from the CBS Diversity Showcase too.
Yeah.
So it's the CBS Diversity Showcase really spawned a lot of people on Saturday Night Live. Nassim Petrod, Kate McKenna, and Melissa Villasenor, and I think John Mill has that.
Yeah, and also Kate McKinnon.
Kate McKenna, yeah. So that's a really great group of people.
Just kidding.
No, I just mentioned Kate McKenna. So, but were you being asked to play Latino roles at first, or?
Was that me, Echo? I was like, yeah, well, anyway. Yeah, so no, I didn't, you know, it just came up one time where I hadn't really done a lot of sketches and I was going to be in Chris Kattan's Too Sexy sketch, where he plays Antonio Banderas. It's basically him doing a terrible Latino accent. Yeah, it's sexy, too sexy, it's too sexy. And then I was in the background playing guitar, like, too sexy, too sexy. And I was dressed as a mariachi, and I was like, this is great. I'm gonna be in a sketch. And then I'm like, Kattan's like, it's a hit. We're gonna do it again in 2 weeks. And I'm like, oh no. Because I was so afraid that I was gonna be typecast from that point on. Because I hadn't really, no one knew who I was at the time, so I didn't want my first thing to be something stereotypical, and that other writers would be like, oh, he does that well, so then it would just be a
Continuation.
A continuation of it or whatever, like an avalanche of people trying to do well for you, but it not working out. So, luckily, I asked to be taken out of it.
How do you react?
Well, they said, yeah, I have to go. I almost got in trouble. It was like I had to go talk to the principal. They're like, okay, you have to go talk to Warren. And I'm like, okay. So I had to go talk to the Don.
How do you react?
He was very cool about it. He was kind of more like, he wasn't really aware of it. I don't think he really was, he's not very much aware about that kind of thing.
Because, he lives in a pretty intense world.
He lives in a small world, and he's probably put himself in an even smaller world.
Yeah, it's not exactly, he knows much about mariachis.
Exactly. So he convinced me that he goes, you'll get a chance to do other things, and I was like, okay. But, and then so he said, if you still want to be taken out, I will, you can. And so then Jimmy took over, and it was great, because Jimmy in a mariachi outfit is funnier than me. So it all worked out.
He's a great singer.
He is great. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so, but I know a lot of people would say, hey, that's, it's the problem most Latino actors, I think, encounter is you're playing roles a lot of times not written by Latinos. It's not really your perspective, or, I don't think mariachi is big on the list for you. And that becomes a problem, because all of a sudden you're playing.
And what's even a bigger problem now, that you could say that this is happening now, where people are going into auditions giving them what they expect. Because it's like, well, I know what you cast me normally as, so they kind of go in there. And so when I was trying to do, I was curating videos for this Latino branch of Broadway video. A lot of people were coming in doing a lot of stereotypical stuff, and I'm like, no, it just has to be from you.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be stereotypical. It doesn't even have to be about anything Latino, as long as it's an honest interpretation of something from you. And so that's kind of where I am with that, is that there needs to be more, but it needs to be from the top, and if no one's at the top,
Yes,
it's going to change.
And that's what you did right now, is actually very brave to do for, someone starting out on SNL to go to Lorne Michaels' office and say, by the way, I kind of don't want to play the mariachi if that's all going to be cast as. Which I think says a lot about you. And I think it's also the problem that Latinos have. There hasn't been many Latino writers, I think, on Saturday Night Live. We understand that position.
There have been a few. There are actually a few now.
Is it getting more?
Yeah. They're good with that, and I think Mas Mejor has helped that, because they know from their work on Mas Mejor that they're going to be good. So yeah, there's been some casting from.
And you were one of the co-founders of Mas Mejor.
Yeah, I curated it and helped start it. Yeah.
And so, how do you feel that right now what's happening with Mas Mejor and other things? You're now on an NBC show.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's coming out April 25th, I believe.
Yeah, it's called Great News. It'll be out April 25th.
We play that show.
I play a mariachi.
But the point is, it's a mariachi NBC.
It's an empowered mariachi who makes his own decisions and his own playlist.
He's a PhD in musicology from Yale, correct?
Yeah.
That's
He's
good.
from Phoenix College, we find out.
Yeah.
No offense if you've gone to Phoenix College.
But no, what's the character like? Besides, I don't think it's a mariachi.
Oh, I got in trouble because, it's a silly comedy. It's like 30 Rock. And it stars Andrea Martin and me and other people. But it's kind of like a newsroom comedy. But it's full of jokes. But I was like talking about it, and I was saying that I've been around a lot of editors, so I know how to play an editor, because I play an editor. And I started out by saying, I used to go hang out with editors, but eventually the smell of farts in McDonald's became overwhelming.
So you got to show the editor unions?
So the editors, no, and so I've met a lot of editors, and mostly what I was saying about it is that they're kind of like, they're artistic people, but they don't have the flair to show it, so they're kind of good at it, but they're in an office, so they're kind of, but what I meant is I've seen a lot of them do their work, and I know that of them, that they're artistic, smart people, they're not just grunts. They're just They're just kind of shy people.
Yeah. No, it's kind of people that choose to be behind the camera versus in front of the camera.
Yeah, but it sounded like I was saying I was like Daniel Day-Lewis, like I was hanging out watching editors. And so my other castmates were making fun of me like I was method.
Final draft pro and all these things.
Yeah, because I'm the least.
Yeah.
I'm always like, yeah, here's me typing. Here's me on the computer. Here's me flying a plane.
So when they're cutting to you, you're just, talking about editor stuff.
Yeah, barely. It'll be still fun though, because it's not all about.
Did you have fun making it?
I did. We shot it at Universal, and we created this newsroom in New York, the New York One newsroom.
I've been on New York One.
It's a great station. If you don't know it, it's really fun.
It's the station that everyone watches in New York. It's the one.
It's all local news.
Yeah.
And it's kind of just crappy news.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest.
But it's on all the time.
But it's like they have some Time Warner deal where you have to watch them. And it's like, as soon as you turn it on, it's New York One. And then there's the guy who talks like, so good for taking naps, not so much for getting news. And then we created the whole studio in Universal, and so we're shooting there. And you hear it all the time, like, oh man, I love these people. They're my best friends, my family. But it really is true. Andrea Martin is one of my heroes.
Yeah.
And as is Michael Higgins, a great improv actor. So to me, I was like, this show is good without me, and that's a really great place for me to be.
Well, it's great because it's an ensemble.
It totally is. And it's diverse.
Mm-hmm.
You got me and Nicole Richie. Whatever she is, she's diverse.
Father,
Her father's
black.
yeah.
And so she's kind of living next to him. Let's say that's
I think
pretty
she is part Mexican.
I think black and white makes it practical.
I think black and white make nice babies.
Yes, they do. Yes,
I'm not being racist. This is beautiful. Mixed color. Racist is beautiful. Oh my God, I thought that was a gun.
I didn't say
Trump supporter. I'm not for insinuating racist mixing.
Luckily you're not Trump, so
Yeah,
we got a lot better.
yeah.
So
We
now,
got the Rasa and the Casa.
Rasa and Casa.
Wait, so what should we talk about?
We'll talk about anything. That's the
What were you gonna ask? I want to make sure that people get some questions answered.
Okay.
I'm wondering about
Well, first of all,
does Lauren have a fish tank?
there's a little.
Yeah, he does. And he has a few assistants that keep the fish alive during the season.
Are there saltwater tank?
Yeah, I think so. It's nice.
It's
pretty
definitely
nice.
nice tank to use saltwater. So it would be Lauren to have a saltwater tank. That's not.
Yeah,
So
I'm
there's
pretty
a
sure.
puffer fish in New York right now, and that's saltwater tank. What's your
Oh wait, there's a garden in 30 Rock that has live
fish?
koi fish.
Oh,
Yeah.
really big.
For no one. It's a beautifully manicured lawn. It was made for a musical conductor, Toscanini, in the 30s, I believe. And he'd do a radio show from there. So as part of his contract, he said, I need a park. So they made a park in 30 Rock in the building. So a lot of the videos that they shoot on SNL are shot in that place. But other than that, it's just this really cool little park on the 11th floor.
Was there ever a moment on SNL?
Well, I know you like this.
Yeah, she would love an aquarium. So. Now,
I knew she loved gardening. I'm like, I gotta sneak it in there somewhere. Beautiful garden.
I have to bring up something. Nothing bad. We all have these moments in Hollywood where you look around and you go, I'm really in Hollywood. I mean, has there had a moment like that where you look around and you go, wow? Because it happened to me recently. I was pitching a movie, a star attached, one thing, and I thought, wow, this is kind of a Hollywood moment. Is there a favorite Hollywood moment for you?
It's mostly like the moments I remember are like those first times on stages, and being out here, I'm always pleasantly reminded that I'm actually in the business.
Yeah.
And that I like it, and that I like that everyone has their own career, and that this city is built on all these people that are making pretend.
Yeah,
You know, it's kind of beautiful that we're all out here, a bunch of goofballs trying to make pretend.
it is beautiful. My little son was just done a bunch of commercials and stuff, and one day he was taking an acting class. And so he calls me up and goes, Dad, it's acting class. I won't show you. How about act? And I said, be a kid. He said, what does that mean? I go, be you, be a kid. So, and I give adult classes, and I'll tell actors, remember what it's like to be a kid. When you interact with other kids, they believe it, they're totally involved in it, and they're playing a game. And I think that's one thing I look at and say, we all get a chance to be kids. And that's a beautiful thing.
Stay kids, yeah.
And stay kids. What do you think your next movie you'd like to see happening for you?
My next movie?
No, move.
Move.
In your life. What would you like? What would be the next thing?
You know, I've been dipping my toe into like directing and producing, and I just like to see. I would just like to see. There's like everything seems to be black and white when it comes to race. Like, you know, white people aren't doing this, and there's not enough of this, and I think that when you're creating, most people don't have to pick a side, you know, and so somehow we have to. And I think it can be done a little more subtle. Certainly there needs to be a lot more diversity, and that needs to change from the top, but I think we don't have to just do Latino programming. We can just have Latinos.
Part of life.
Part of life.
Yeah.
Part of life.
It's not like I woke up this morning and said, as a Latino, what should I have? Chilaquiles. As a Latino, I must drive a Nova because it's a Spanish name. I mean, it's not that we think that way. You know, it's more like, I think that's another thing, but like a lot of people in Hollywood don't realize, is that you got actors reenacting stereotypes that are played from another actor, and it's kind of rehashing. And I think what's great about you, and what I actually love about your work, is it's Horatio Sands. Happens to be Latino, happens to be Chile, all that stuff, but you yourself are a multi-dimensional person. So you're not a stereotype.
Yeah, I'm Chilean too, and in Chicago it was mostly Puerto Rican or Mexican.
Yeah.
And I didn't really feel, I felt, I was fine with them. I tolerated them, I didn't grow up as a Mexican guy. I didn't really grow up either one of those Latinos. I was just Latino.
Yeah.
Well,
you're the Chilean Latino. It's like there's a certain group like Ecuadorians or things. It's like even for Latinos.
Yeah, well, I hear Chileans are kind of jerks. Right? I think I'm pretty nice.
I think you're nice. I've never met a bad. I mean, Pinochet maybe.
See, when you think about it. The only ones you can remember are
the only ones I can remember is
electrocuted people's testicles.
Yeah, that's Pinochet. But other than that, most Chileans are pretty nice. So.
I had nothing to do with that, by the way. I was 3 years old when most of that was going down. My father, however, who knows? Said he was a bus driver. That's a weird thing to say to keep my dad from going to torture.
Have you been back to Chile?
I have, when I was 9.
So since 9? I mean,
since 9, and I really did love it. I went with my mother, and I spent like a good 2 months there. I lived there for when I was 5. They tried to live there for a year, and then they ended up going back to Chicago.
So you're Spanish. I mean, Spanish was your first language.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. So.
And that was my third.
Your third language? Yeah. Which ones?
I have English, and then I count Pig Latin.
Pig Latin. There's a lot of roots.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna do the rest of the interview in Spanish just to show off.
Do it. I can ask you a question. You can do it back in Spanish.
There's a couple girls out there. I want them to hear me speak Spanish too.
It is a romance language.
Can a lot of people speak Spanish here? No.
See, no. Okay.
Is someone just scream AIDS?
No.
Not cool.
But would you say that what you're doing now is really a continuation of being an actor? But I think the move toward producing and directing is a better move for you right now too. I mean, you're really expanding your range of all the things you're doing.
Yeah, and it's I like when people are in their 20s, they're really at their max, and especially for performing.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that I don't have to do some things wear a loincloth and stuff. I'm like, good, I'd rather be here,
Yeah.
with a pen,
Let's take a look at the video.
Gonna go to San Diego, check out the first McDonald's. Go to the ocean, put a toes right in there. Watch the Padres, if they have a night game. If they're not in town, go back to LA, me and my baby. Take a ride in my Nissan Juke.
This is cool in front.
4 cylinders and turbo back my heart. Take my lady
I have no idea.
to the lady down. Take my lady down, take my lady down. And some juke in, put a juke in a nickel and a nickel and a juke. Watch ourselves good now. Oh, la 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 la. Yeah, 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 yeah. La la la
Yeah, a little bit of that one.
That was Reggie Watts, and they would make you improvise a song with him when you went and did the show.
Yeah.
So that was a song that we improvised.
About San Diego.
Yeah, whatever came up, and so yeah, it was San Diego. And no, there's not enough songs written about San
No,
Diego.
not at all. I'm from San Diego. So
You are?
I was very happy to see you mention the Padres.
I'm sorry about the teams leaving.
Yeah, I was very sad. I know, I stood by the Chargers when they were losing for so long. So, what would you say, what you're doing and working on now, I mean, NBC, all the stuff you're doing, Mas Mejor, everything else?
Well, I was thankful that you let me come and hang out at the CBS University, and I was allowed to give notes.
You did? You did get
A lot of them were ignored, which is okay.
Sorry. No, when I ignored your notes, I always smiled.
You would smile
I was like,
anyway. And you attempted them, which is very nice. And they were very gracious, all of you were very gracious to have me there, and I really felt part of the group while I was there, and I was very proud of the show you guys did.
Thank you. I mean, one thing about you is you are part of the family. We had lunch together, and I've seen in Croatia for years, and I didn't know you so much as a Latino, and I didn't know that part about you. But I got to know a little bit about that and who you are as a person. And I don't think people realize the groundbreaking work you've done for the Latino culture just by simply being you.
Well, you can tell I'm a Latino by the jewelry I wear. I wear a gold chain.
Yeah.
You see it?
It's
It's gold
okay.
from Chile. From Chile.
The gold from Chile?
Yeah, those miners were. I'm scooping it out when it happened.
Is that the gold from that actual
It is
mine?
the gold from that mine.
See, the tears of the miners is on that gold, and that makes it even more special. Yes.
Chilean miners.
Chilean, yeah. Normally it has to be a beer. And then you drug it, and you do it that way. So, did you see the movie?
The miners?
Yeah, the Chilean miners.
No, but I tried to write a sketch for Mas Mejor where they got gay real fast. Like the fourth day, one of them's like, hey, listen, we may never have sex again. Wait up a minute.
It's been over 24 hours, guys. I have a wife and kids, but you know something? She would approve. One thing about having you at the CBS Diversity Sketch Comedy Showcase, which is great, is how much the cast also really, they look up to you and admire you, and for good
They're
reason.
such great actors.
And they are.
Because when they were saying that to me, I couldn't tell.
You couldn't tell. I think, tell you the truth, I feel a lot more impressed. It was like you could tell, but sometimes people will be impressed by a celebrity, but instead of saying, hey, you're great, they'll go out and do something rude to you. They'll be almost like to show, hey man, I'm not impressed by your celebrity.
Yeah.
So you're this and this. And it's not the way to win people over. But I think the cast really honestly liked you, and I loved having you there, and I love
Super talented cast.
Yeah.
Great writers.
And I love the input you did put in the show and all the people. And that's the thing what's great about it. It's a community that we bring a lot of people in, and it's really a celebration of our craft, of what sketch is. And would you ever do a movie, I mean, coming up soon, of a comedy film that you'd want to do in the back of your head? Have them in your head? What do you think about doing?
I have an idea for, like, it's like this network, they do a showcase, and
I wish you would do it.
and they want me to play you.
Okay, good. I would rather have you play me than me play me. Tell you the truth. I would love watching you
No,
play
you
me.
have to do a cameo.
I'll do a cameo.
You have- yeah.
I'll be like,
You have to play Les Moonves.
yeah, I'll walk in and go, that guy's good looking. That's how I would do it. But no, I would be honored to have you play me. It would be, you know, I see them do imitations of me, which are pretty funny. Which, when you're a comedian, have a comedian talk about you is one of the funniest things you can see. If you have thick skin, and you have to be a comedian.
It's usually good. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's an homage.
I would always tell people, like, I don't really, you gotta kind of have to make fun of people in a mean way.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone says, this is, they're having fun, but you're really being mean. But you're kissing it with meanness.
Yeah, you are.
I would do like Elton John and Sharon Osbourne. I did her show, and then Ozzy came on to surprise me, which was beautiful. But they're like, we're going down Elton John's house. You want to come by? And I was so scared that he hated me because I heard he hated me doing him.
Really?
So I kind of didn't go.
Oh, you should have gone.
But because I'm always afraid that people didn't like, because I was never very complimentary with my impressions.
Well, you're kind of not supposed to be complimentary. I remember just a little.
I know, but I think just starting out, just the look of me was like, you don't want me doing you. You know, like.
I beg you, normally I beg you to differ. I think I saw you.
I was heavier too. You know, so if I'm doing Elton John, who's very peculiar, you know, he's very cares about how he looks and stuff.
Because he doesn't strike me as the most anorexic person.
That's why it's funny. That's why I do it.
I know. It's great.
Because you have the fattest guy on the show do you every week. Guys are like, oh, why are they doing that again?
Did he want like a young 20-year-old kind of ripped muscle Elton John?
I don't know. He's never, you know, Ozzy Osbourne loved it and invited me to his house and stuff, and Elton never did. And so I think the people that like it let me know that they like it.
Mm-hmm.
They'll send me cookies.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, got cookies.
Who sent you cookies?
Ozzy really sent me cookies. Ozzy gave me a scooter. I did him on the show when he got into an accident and hurt his neck. Remember that?
Yeah.
And he on his reality show, so they had me do him, and I wore a neck brace on, and I was on this scooter. And so I go to LA, I do Sharon Osbourne's show, he comes out, and he's kind of a hero of mine, always has been. And so when I got to do him on the show, I didn't know how to act like him, but I knew how to sing like him. So that's how I started, and the rest came later. But because they saw me in a sketch, they're like, come on the scooter. So I came out on a scooter, and then they're like, take it home! Take it home! So I'm like, yeah, all right. And then they shipped it to me. They shipped it in a giant wooden crate, and it was sharp and dirty rock.
So you have a scooter from Ozzy Osbourne?
Yeah, so in the elevator bank, I showed up one day, and there's this large wooden box, you know, that's like the old-timey, like, Egypt artifacts, you know, like nails. That's when I said, come open it with, like, a car jack. That didn't make no sense, but here we go. So anyway, the scooter. So what I did with the scooter was, I started using it. So our offices are on 17, and the studio is on 8. So I would take the scooter into the elevator, go down to 8, cruise past Conan, cruise past Rosie, and I cruise right into the studio.
In a scooter?
In a scooter, and then I was like, well, at that point, I'd been on the show for like 3 or 4 years, so they weren't going to fire me. So they let me do it, and it's still up there.
So the scooter's still up?
Yeah.
Is that one of those scooters you see old people in like routes driving?
Yeah, exactly.
So basically that kind of scooter?
Yeah, no, it wasn't a cool scooter. It wasn't like a Vespa.
No.
No, it was like a little rascal, you know?
You mean it's one of the ones you sit in? And this is to me, I don't know
It's
why.
the ones they sell by scaring old people.
Yeah.
They're like, catch up to your grandkids or else you will never see them again. Same things that drive people up the stairs. I want to get those chairs that go.
Yeah. It's funny, I watch the TV, and when you're young, you really get fascinated by old people stuff. Like those bathtubs, you just open the door, and step in. I'm like, that looks like a lot of fun. They got scooters, they got bathtubs, they got
Bath time was always a hot tub-like experience.
It's like amazing. So
I would bathe more if it was more of a hot tub experience.
yeah, there's more of that. I just thought it was weird that the door would open and all the water would come out. And I'd be on the floor going, help me, I've fallen, I can't get out. That's the way I look at it. Now, you've done more improv and sketch than most people. This has been your life and world. What would you say would be the one lesson you've learned from this all about improv or sketch that you've kept with you?
I'll just, I don't, that's a very good question. I say mostly when I was little, I always figured things were wrong or off. And so I think you try to make sense of it when you're little and like, it's gotta be funny or else it's insane. So I think as a comedian and an improviser, it forces you to always pay attention and almost to the detriment of enjoying a normal life because you're constantly looking at what's wrong, what's weird, what can I make fun of? So it makes you aware. And it's something that I don't think, if like there's a Viola Spolin book that says that, when you're an improviser, you notice everything around you. You listen to all these sounds. And I think it kind of forces your brain to, and maybe that's why it gets a little dark for comedians because there's a lot of it. Yeah, I think so. You're kind of like trying to figure it all out, and it's not enough to just shut it down and live normal.
So your mind's always working. You have like 18 channels playing in your head, it sounds to me.
Yeah.
When do you ever
15 of them are
there
scrambled porn.
Scramble time.
Scrambled porn from the early
Praying that
90s.
somehow the scramble goes away.
Kids, before you could stream porn, you had to get it on cable, and you had to have a secret box or something. And so if you were in your preteens trying to have a nice night, you'd sit there and just stare at an effed up channel, and the images were like that. So, you could see a boob here and half a testicle here.
And you figured someone was having fun.
You knew it was happening. Yeah, you knew someone was having fun.
It was a human thing going on. And kids during the early days, it was tough. And there was a pioneer days, which you're talking about.
Yeah.
Now, you saw the CBS University Showcase, and we're about to bring the cast on out and do some sketches for the out. You guys looking forward to that? Yeah. But before we do that, I wanted to give you an award to honor you. So, first of all, say, ladies and gentlemen, Horatio Sands, thank you for this interview. Horatio, this is the coveted certificate of appreciation by Oxford College.
Thank you
I
so
want
much.
you to use this. All parking tonight is completely free.
I have to stick this in the thing?
Yeah, you do. And there's a step and repeat afterwards. And I have to say, you're one of the great guys I've had around.
You guys could have taken the sticker off the
The
frame.
8 by 10 thing? We do that, Horatio, because we want everyone to know how big it is, okay? So, this is part of it. It's an 8 by 10 size, which is the lunch size of the award and recognition. So, thank you. Yes, no, you can leave and you're gonna hang out, and then we're gonna watch the show as just audience people.
Can I go pee?
You can go pee, do whatever you want. And don't erase your staff. And of course, we want to recognize the people, and we want to recognize someone that is a city council member here in Oxnard that I got to meet, Oscar Madrigal, and he is wonderful and doing a lot of great work here, and is a school teacher. He's all the things that I really admire, and I want to just recognize him. Ladies and gentlemen, Oscar Madrigal. You did not get the 8x10, but you know it's just as important. Oscar, thank you so much. Keep up your great work. Please support Oscar Madrigal. He's an amazing man, and the work he does in the City Council. Thank you. Okay, is everyone having a good time? Yeah. Okay, all right, you're about to see something very special. Something I'm proud of, that I've been working on for 12 years, and it's created so many opportunities. And this is what Latino Thought Makers is about. It's really recognizing people that sometimes don't get recognized, and really we should recognize the positive portrayals and the work that our people do. Not just our people, but all the people around us, just building that community. Take a look at this clip that you're about to see.
A chance to shine. That's what thousands hope for today when they audition to share their talents in a CBS Diversity Talent Showcase.
KCON's Lisa Siegel shows you the performance that is shining a spotlight on diversity while changing lives.
It's a show like no other. The show is so much fun. The 12th annual CBS Diversity Sketch Comedy Showcase. A chance of a lifetime for talent to perform in front of managers, agents, casting directors, and network executives.
I want them all at CBS.
Glenn Geller is the president of CBS Entertainment.
For us, diversity is all about access and opportunity. And there's a real need for more diversity in Hollywood. So I think every year we're able to find amazing new talent that has never been seen before, and not just for CBS, but for everybody.
To find the talent, CBS scours the country. Thousands audition. 23 actors and 80 writers got the golden ticket.
The talent is there. They need to come for us. We're ready. We have the talent. We have the ability.
That's just a blessing and an honor just to even get in the program. What comes out of it are amazing opportunities and exposure that these people wouldn't necessarily have.
The sketches are all original, diverse, creative, and laugh out loud funny.
I'm so lucky that you're my husband.
You're drunk, Carmela.
All crafted under the guidance of director Rick Nahara.
I've written shows like In Living Color, Mad TV, stuff like that. So this is in the best of the sketch world is here.
And the showcase is paying off, launching the careers of so many, including Kate McKinnon of SNL and Ghostbusters fame, Randall Park, Madam Secretary's Jeffrey Arend, and Justin Hires from CBS's MacGyver.
But I think that there's an industry-wide need for more diversity on screen. So while we want to discover new talent, it's really beneficial for all of us to find new talent.
So the showcase goes on. The goal is simple. Give everyone the opportunity to show their talents. Not to mention, represent the world we live in.
And for more information on CBS diversity programs, go to kcal9.com and click Scene on TV.
This becomes the fun part for me. Okay, is this working? No? All right. Okay. I'm kind of figuring this part out. Okay. You're about to see sketches from the CBS Diversity Showcase, and ladies and gentlemen, CBS Diversity Showcase.
Come on, come on, come on.
but why?
Oh, I am so proud of you, my Bruno Mars bar. I am here to support my favorite nephew.
Oh, it's his Filipino auntie because he's half Filipino. Keep up.
Okay, Auntie, thank you. I love you. But just don't embarrass me like my 8th grade talent show.
Oh, like the time I came up on stage because your fly was open and your tee was all jingle jangle.
Oh, his dick was hanging out and his auntie had to fix it. That's nuts.
Okay, guys, be cool. You're supposed to be on my side. I mean, this is my world tour.
Yeah.
Because I'm the half brown James Brown.
Yeah.
I'm not a candy bar.
Yeah.
I'm a professional singer.
Oh, I embarrass you, my sweet nougat-filled Mars bar.
Oh, she's feeling broken-hearted because she only wants to love you. Be nice.
Auntie, you didn't embarrass me, okay? I'm sorry. How about you join the world tour with us? I think the audience would like that.
I don't have anything prepared. But hit it, okay?
Oh.
Louder! Put it up! Louder! At first I was afraid. I was petrified. Kept thinking Mars bar wasn't happy with me by his side. I brought up the night. He showed his TT and he felt sorry for himself. I started to cry. But now both my cheeks are dry. I will survive. I will survive. Oh, as long as he still lets me sing, I know I'll stay alive. I will survive. I will survive. I will survive.
Give it up for my Auntie Rose! By the way, that good thing never happened.
Coming this fall, Telemundo is the cheapest cop show ever made. The Special Victims June.
Oh my God! Mira, blood and cinnamon.
It's everywhere. Looks like somebody didn't swallow.
You know what I mean? Sexual misconduct. Case closed, baby. Theme song. Boom, 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 de, boom, de, boom.
You can't even afford our new theme song.
Boom, de, boom. That's okay, I got it, Papa. Boom, 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 de, boom, de,
Coming this Friday to Telemundo at 7 or 7:30.
Corporate's really excited about Quaker Oats healthy
New Go bars.
Yes, I know the marketing guy is amazing. And get this, he is Mark Cuban's brother.
Hey, how's it going? Kevin Cuban, nice to meet you, nice to meet you. First thing I gotta tell you ladies, your cereal bars make my fucking dick hard. Okay? That being said, we gotta work on the packaging.
What about the packaging?
Well, for starters, this guy. I mean, who the fuck is this guy? Is he a witch, a wizard? I mean, Barbara Bush at Thanksgiving? What's going on with him?
It's a Quaker.
Well, you're not gonna make any money with him, her, or it on the box. You're not. Sorry.
Okay, let's not focus on the Quaker. We're here to market the bars themselves.
Your bars are cool. Don't touch your bars, okay? But this guy, I mean, this guy is driving me crazy. I didn't know Paula Deen was in the Crucible. Come on, who is he? What's going on?
What? No, we're not getting rid of the Quaker. I think you need to leave.
No, you don't understand, okay? I do business too, okay? It's so hard to live in the shadow of Mark Cuban. Just give me a chance, please.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Since you're here, why don't you show us what you have? But the Quaker stays.
Okay, fine. Keep her androgynous warlock. I don't care, all right? We'll keep it. But everyone knows sex sells. So let's revamp this guy's image and give this butterball a better bod. Bam! With this stud muffin, we're gonna run the breakfast game together like we're Pablo goddamn Escobar. Narcos reference, second option, bam! Pablo Escobar. Come on, what do you think? Together, come on.
I think this is appropriate. A lot of kids eat our products.
Okay, we're talking kids. Okay, we're talking kids. Kids are cool. Okay, how do you motivate kids? Come on.
Positive reinforcement.
Animals, zoo creatures, cute little cuddly things. So, instead of the word Quaker Oats, what about Quaker Goats? Bam! Huh? Quaker Goats! They're gonna love it!
That
any sense.
Okay, you know what? It did last night at 3 a.m. when I was making this presentation on Sunset at the Kinko's, okay? So, you know what? I don't need you guys, okay? And your colonial Alec Baldwin. Fuck you, your bars are gold. I'm out of here. I do business too.
Fuck you, your bars are gold. Now that's something.
Coming this fall, from the producers of The Bachelor and the creators of Stranger Things.
Hey, are you up? What do you mean, what am I wearing?
Stranger Things. What's going on here? Was that Chad? Her son is safe, but Winona is back, talking to the other side. Come on out, Chad, I caught you.
We're in love.
With a love triangle that's electrifying.
What do you mean you thought we were just a seasonal thing? Stay out of this, lamp!
Stranger Things. Coming to CBS this fall.
Oh, hey, like that, Chad? Like that lamp?
Testing goes to show that talent can be found in the most unexpected of places.
This is my local liquor store. It's kind of like my church. I mean, they got Jesus candles.
Why is she here now?
I was dead for 10 minutes. That's when I knew God told me I was destined for greatness. Oh my God, I can't believe I made it! Woo! Yeah! Woo! I can't believe I made it on America's Got Talent! Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm doing some real down home country shit for you all tonight. You ready? Ready to see this act? Here we go. Woo! All right. Woo! That's right. That's my real voice. Cute. Woo!
No, stop the show, stop the show. This woman is wanted in 10 states for public indecency.
Make me nasty.
You're on the run.
Welcome, wrestling fans all around the world, to the Saturday Night Slam! Please give a warm welcome to your reigning champion, Mike Hager! Tonight, your opponent is Vlad the Destroyer. How do you think Vlad is feeling?
Oh, I'll tell you how he's feeling. He's running home scared to his mommy. I'm so amped to get my hands on Vlad that last night, in a fit of madness, I took my chair and I threw it out of my hotel window. So Vlad better hold his mommy tight, cause it's the last chance he's gonna get.
Actually, my question was, how do you think Vlad is feeling after the tragic death of his mother?
I was not made aware of this. My condolences. We can reschedule the match.
No, we will not! Vlad is here and he's ready to fight!
Well, good. Because I'm not going to make it easy on you. You're going to meet your maker. No, I'll put you in a body bag. Hey, no, that's metaphorical. body back, okay? I just say I'm gonna put you 6 feet under. Jesus, that's not bad.
Okay, this will be a no rules cage match.
You and me, locked in together.
Do you think this will be a disadvantage?
Yeah, probably. But I might get lucky and crush your head with a steel chair.
Vlad's mother was killed by a steel chair.
What are the odds? Come on.
I know. His mother was crushed by a steel chair that flew out of a hotel window. Wait a second. Didn't you throw?
I guess life is a senseless mystery, right? You killed my mommy!
The fight has begun and it's over.
Where is Rhett? We've been waiting over an hour for him for this picnic.
Oh great, he just messaged me. He says he's late because he just watched Footloose again. I swear, Jalen, every time he watches Footloose, he gets in these weird moods where he like dances out his anger. It's really weird, and honestly, I'm a little worried about him, and I think that maybe oh shit. Here he comes right now, he seems pissed.
Sorry guys, 405 had broken public traffic. I had to get in my car and dance all the way here. I'm so parched. The 405 just makes me so.
Okay, Rhett, you know the 405 is really bad at this hour, and we've been waiting here.
Jalen, it's cool. Hey, Red, it's fine. I get it. The 405 makes us all a little. So let's relax. We're all here now. So let's enjoy each other's company, right? Please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, Rhett, you thirsty? Here, do you want some water?
Thanks, Jalen. That's it. It's like I was saying, Scott's been stealing my anger, really.
This bottle just makes me so.
Way to go, Jalen. Now he's not in the bottle.
Will you stop this crap? Okay, first of all, you show up late, and now you're ruining the picnic with your weird dances, getting all dramatic.
You think the way how I express myself is weird?
No, not weird. It's not.
Yes!
Does it frustrate you?
Yeah. Oh, frustrate you? Oh, yeah, I think so. What do you think I look
Then
like
why
right
don't you just let your frustrations cut loose?
now? What are you talking about? What's that even mean?
Let's get Asian tonight. Maybe Chinese or sushi.
Aren't those the same thing?
We get it. All Asian food looks the same, but you won't need to know the difference at
General Asia.
Wow!
But do you have that chicken dish that's,
Deep fried with sauce, possibly citrus flavor? We sure do.
We have dishes from all over Asia.
Looks like that. Let's see.
All the countries in Asia, where foods are A-OK.
fucking meeting.
CBS Diversity Showcase. Thank you so much for coming to CBS Diversity Showcase and Latino Thought Makers. Please join us next time. We're going to have Dolores Huerta coming in. Yes, Dolores Huerta will be here. So far, I think there's a good program. They're seeing a lot of great people, and thank you so much. It's funny how a little battery can affect so much in the world. It really does. I felt so much better. So one more time, applause for these guys. CBS Diversity Showcase. And Horatio Sands, thank you so much. Horatio, you have your appreciation award? That's right. Thank you. And Horatio, go on out to the step and repeat, say hello to the people. We're going to be out there to say hello to you all. Ask us any questions you want then. Come back. Next time we got Dolores Huerta. We're going to keep doing this work here at Latino Thought Makers. Tell all your friends. Good night, everybody.